Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Self-Published Success, a show that highlights forward-thinking self-publishing processes to give you the head start you desire in your authorship journey. My name is John Feldman, founder of Visionary Literary, and in today's episode, we are going to dive into the results of a recent survey conducted by the Alliance of Independent Authors. So, ALLI, the Alliance of Independent Authors, released the results of a recent survey of more than 2,000 authors and found that self-published authors are earning more than authors who have gone through third-party or traditional publishing houses. Now, this goes against the grain, against what everyone has always assumed, which is that traditionally published authors would make more because they get money up front with book advances, and then they would have, you would assume, more support, more marketing support. They would get into bookstores and so forth. And this survey is proof that two things. One, that is not the case, and that two, self-publishing is becoming much more viable of an alternative and a way to create a living. So some key findings from the author income survey. The first is in last year, the median income of a primary income self-published author, so that's someone who spends more than half of their working time writing and publishing, was $12,749. So that's median income. The average income, however, was $80,000. And 28% of the total number of authors who participated in this survey, 28% of them were earning over $50,000 per year, and almost 20% had six-figure publishing businesses. So self-publishing, the third point is that self-publishing incomes are rising year over year, with a 53% increase last year over the previous year. So these numbers are showing that it is possible to become a self-published author and to create a living for yourself, for your family, by doing something that you love. So we all love to write, whether it's fiction or nonfiction. If we love what we're doing, we can make a living doing it. So this is a very important survey that came out, and I wanted to just take a few minutes to share those numbers with you, and then some additional context as well that comes out of this idea in this report. So there's also been a finding that authors who have published more books earned more money. So the number is that if you are an author who has published more than 30 books, you on average earn about 3.5 times more than authors who have only published between 1 and 3 books. So this whole idea of a backlist of titles is a key factor. If you're writing fiction, if you're writing short fiction, it's much easier to publish 30 plus books, to publish several books per year. For nonfiction, it's a little bit more difficult to do, just based on limitations of information that you have. But so if you are a fiction author and you're wondering, how do I get to those numbers? How do I have an average income of $80,000 a year just for my writing? Try to focus less on marketing one book, on publishing a book, and marketing, kind of over marketing it to a point where the point beyond which your marketing efforts are paying back, are paying dividends. Instead of spending all of your time marketing, start writing more books. It's what you love to do anyway. You started writing because you're a writer. You don't want to be a full-time marketer. You want to be a full-time writer. And what happens is, with Amazon algorithms or any kind of social media marketing, the more variation you can show, the more titles you're publishing, the better your results will be. And that is proof in some of the numbers that were found here. So Authors who have published more than 30 books earn 3.5 times more than authors who have published only 1 to 3 books. Another finding is, and a way that you can increase that revenue is to increase your book formats. So for many, writing and publishing your ebook is very simple. But if you want to earn more money through a book, if you don't want to, or you don't have 30 different titles, 30 plus titles to write, what you can do is you can add more formats to your book. So you can write your ebook, which is simple. And there are many different software tools that allow you to turn that ebook into a physical book, into paperback and hardcover. So that increases your format count. And then also audiobooks. So audiobook sales have increased 43% since last year. And audiobooks, podcasts, any kind of audio content is really increasing, and it's something that you as an author should be including in your author business. So having more formats is one way that you can increase revenues so that you can get up to that average income of $80,000 additionally. More important than a lot of these numbers is the overall satisfaction of self-published authors. So in this report, there was a survey of self-published authors with their career choice. The results asking for the overall satisfaction for a self-published author of their career choice was that 88% of respondents say they would choose self-publishing again. This is more important than any of the other numbers. Yes, money is important, sales are important, but the overall satisfaction in this age, in this era where mental health and mentality is so critical to one's well-being, this is very big. It's a huge number to see. If you are an aspiring self-published author, you see this, you see where your peers have chosen to go in self-publishing, and the 88% of them say that they would choose it again. It's very promising for the industry as a whole, and for you as an aspiring self-published author. This is very important for you to know. So all of these numbers, this survey, again, it just came out April 17th is when it was released. So a little over a week ago when we were recording this. Very important findings as we move forward and try to pioneer a new wave of book creation. What's important to note here, so yes, this is all positive, but what's also important to note is that the additional revenue opportunities aren't included within this study. So it's only book sales. Yes, these numbers that we've shown, that have been placed, found inside of this survey are great. Again, for fiction authors, this is especially great because it shows that you can make a living writing and selling your books alone. But there are other revenue opportunities for you as a fiction or nonfiction author. If you've listened to any of our other episodes, you already know the importance of retaining intellectual property of your work so that you can use the contents of your book to make money in other ways, whether it be speaking or being a panelist, consulting, coaching, any of the above. Those are ways that you can earn extra income based on the contents of your book or the contents of your career if you're a fiction writer. So all in all, excellent numbers, so much optimism coming out of this survey, and the sky is the limit. This is just the beginning of what you can do as a self-published author in your career. Remember, there are other additional revenue opportunities for you, and just wanted to come on, share some of these results because I found them to be so fascinating, so enlightening, and I hope that this episode has helped you to just spark some hope inside of your self-publishing journey. There is hope. There is money to be made, as we see here, And the numbers from here will only continue to go up. Remember that this is a 53% increase from last year when it comes to self-publishing author incomes. So all great things. Again, as always, thank you for listening. If you found this episode valuable, please leave a review. I know every podcast asks for this, and it can get exhausting trying to support every podcast that you love, but we are on a mission to help every aspiring author write their book, and we can't get there alone. So if you're one of those aspiring authors, don't forget to utilize the free roadmap we've created for you, the aspiring author, to find success on your self-publishing journey. Go to www.visionaryliterary.com/free book to get started today.